We're making it.
Are you ready to get into the thick of things?
More than we are now?
Welcome to Take a Hike, where I take your favorite YouTubers on hikes, pushing them to their limits and giving you a chance to get to know them a little better as well. And today's guest is Tyler Stalman, who is a YouTuber, photographer, filmmaker, and according to his wife, a geek magnet. But that's not a bad thing.
Hey, Matt.
How's it going?
Great. Good finding you out here in the forest.
I know, what are the odds?
Yeah, the coincidences you have are crazy.
It's wild. Thank you so much for coming.
Great to be here.
Stoked to have you, stoked to show you a couple spots. There's just kind of the one rule. If I ask you anything or we're doing anything that you're not comfortable with, just tell me to take a hike.
I'm on it. I probably will.
Perfect. So I guess that brings us into the first kind of opportunity. I'll be going barefoot for this hike. Do you want to give it a shot?
Take a hike.
Okay, that was quick. Didn't even think about it.
I was practicing that one. So.
Okay, perfect. Well, I mean, without further ado then, let's jump into this first spot.
Great.
Check out this waterfall. I think you'll like it.
Yeah, let's see it.
Okay. Okay, heads up. It's gonna be a little slick, a little slippery.
Don't worry, I've got sandals. I say that, and then I'm the one that's gonna bail immediately.
You see that little
platform?
bathtub?
It does look like a bathtub.
Do you want to go take a dip up there?
No, but I don't know. Maybe if you do it and you make it look fun.
You can maybe check it out.
Maybe, yeah. Let's get a closer look first.
Okay.
Just look at it, I'm like, that's very dangerous. We're making it?
Are you ready to get into the thick of things?
More than we are now?
So at any point, you let me know.
Sounds like it's gonna happen repeatedly. That looks like less of a trail.
It goes up this way.
Show me how it's done. How did that get built? I mean, looks nice, refreshing, to say the least. Take a hike? But not that you can hear me, but. Yeah, that's a hard no. I mean, you make it look great. It looks good on you. Back to solid ground.
How was that?
Death-defying. I was impressed. I want to know who built that and how. It's crazy.
I know, yeah. Like getting cement up there.
What is it? I mean, it's like, obviously it's a bath. It collects water.
Yeah, it's a water collector. So it's irrigation. So they've got pipes up there. And
yeah, crazy.
I'm not too sure where the water goes,
but this is a really cool spot. And not that you didn't push me too hard yet, which I appreciate.
We kind of jumped right into the action.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. But getting into the first questions.
Sure.
Maybe starting off with an easy one. How would you describe yourself, your channel? Who are you?
I mean, from a, I guess, professional perspective of what I make, most people watching this would probably know me as a YouTuber. That's kind of where I've found my following, where I started talking about photography and filmmaking. That's something that I was already doing with my wife. So we run like a photo video production company together, doing like commercial work, lifestyle. Used to be more fashion, but a lot of fashion magazines kind of slowed down and closed. So now the commercial stuff's been great. We do her blog and Instagram as well. So all of this ties together into this melting pot of different jobs, and that takes us all over the world. We used to travel a lot. We're starting to travel again, so we're glad to be here.
Which is nice, yeah. So I guess leading into the second question, talking about jobs, what was the last job that you had before you went into like the full-time, we'll say like creative?
Right, well, full-time, what was I doing? Oh, well, so actually I went back and forth a few times. So how I got into all this is I worked at iStock Photo right as they were becoming a big company. And I was a web designer there. Okay. And I started taking photos, selling them as stock, and that became my income. So I, for a long time, had the split of doing web design and web production and creative photography at the same time. And it sort of gradually tapered off. So I worked at a place called Stocks United, which is another stock photo site. That was the last one, and since then we've been doing just the production full time. But But it's all creative. I don't know. Making websites is fun too,
Yeah.
and I still think about it.
Yeah, awesome, cool. I can't think of a good segue to jump into the next little adventure, but yeah, we're gonna.
You should just do like whip transitions where it's like, all right, let's go, and you like
Yeah,
land in the
everybody
water. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we are going to be kind of landing in some water in a little bit. So,
All right, cool.
yeah, let's get over to the next
Where
one.
are we going?
I'll leave it a little bit of a mystery, but there might be some jumping involved.
All right.
But it's a short one.
can do-
I've done all these like short hikes today,
You planned today just for me.
just for you.
I appreciate
The
it.
water's looking nice.
I hear ocean. Whoa, that's slippery. Holy crap. This is the way to go down really quickly. Almost. All right. Hey.
Thanks.
This is really cool. Whoa. Are we supposed to jump in this?
Heck yeah.
Oh man, that's awesome.
So there's like a couple different options. We can do like 20 feet, 30 feet, 60 feet,
Yeah, keep going down.
and there's like a 5-footer down there.
Perfect.
But before we jump in,
Yeah.
I thought we could jump into some more questions.
Oh, it's a segue. You did it.
I did it. Or is that a liloquy?
Is it a guava or is it a liloquy? I was hoping to. Is this gonna be edible?
Yeah. I don't know how like fresh.
Okay, it's fresh.
So it's liloquy.
That smells amazing.
Yeah. Here, you want to split it?
Yeah, totally. Wow. Wow. That's so good. This is
So you just kind of
it's
like
edible, right?
slurp its brains out.
Oh yeah. That is the sweetest thing
Not bad.
ever. That is so sugary. It's great. I mean, it's like delicious,
Tell us
delicious orange boogers.
So you do like tech reviews, you do a little travel, photo, video stuff. What's your favorite kind of video to make? What gets you excited?
That's a great question. I mean, the travel stuff, I think maybe my favorites are camera reviews because you get to put everything in there, right? Like you're trying to take great photos that are going to show off the tech, but you get to explore the tech. And I do enjoy testing it. Like when there's something new, especially when it allows us to do something new, which keeps happening. Like since I've been doing this, totally new ways of creating have been invented, and we can be at the front line of it. And discovering that for the first time in a review is really exciting. So yeah, camera review, like it looks beautiful. Hopefully we're traveling so we can shoot something amazing. So it kind of like brings the best of all of it together.
Yeah. So maybe speaking of traveling, if you could live anywhere in the world, because we've been talking about like, you know, where to live. and
Yeah,
stuff,
right.
Where would you live?
I mean, we talk about that all the time and never come to clear conclusions. There's things that are really livable about Calgary, especially. I mean, it's like, it's very comfortable being there, which you kind of can't underrate that. But since we're in like a creative industry and we like to explore, there's, you know, the winters mean we can't shoot very much. So if we're not able to travel, it really limits things. So a warmer climate would help a lot so that we could go outside all year round. I've always loved LA is pretty great, but I definitely don't have an answer. Maybe our favorite trip we went, the best surprise trip we ever went on was Croatia.
Oh.
That was like amazing, and everything we saw, we're like, why are we not here all the time? And I still sometimes go look on Airbnb. I'm like, oh, it'd only be $1,000 a month to be on the ocean, and yeah, so that could be one of them. Also, lately there's a thing happening in Canada. Have you seen Bill C-11?
Yes.
So it hasn't fully passed yet. By the time the video's out, it might have. But basically, there's going to be more restriction on, not specifically restriction, but there will be government regulations on what is posted on any social media platform.
Yeah.
Which is a little concerning as a creator. It's like, we don't necessarily know what that will mean, but we'll be one of very few countries that have that regulated internet for people creating content, which doesn't seem like a great idea. So it makes me a little nervous to keep creating out of Canada.
Totally. And I think what maybe also could make you nervous is jumping off of.
Nothing makes me more nervous than jumping off a cliff, but
So let's do that.
yeah, let's try it.
Okay, sweet.
Okay, so get a close-up of my face and then cut to a wide of him jumping, okay?
you like the pond?
Oh man, that was so good. That's
little
like
pool.
there's got to be something heating that water because it feels like a pool.
Yeah, I said this before, but I jumped in and I was like, whoa, what is going on? Like this is, it's so warm.
The opposite shock that you'd usually get.
Yeah, exactly. So it was great. I loved it. We've been talking a little bit about YouTube, so I thought we could dive back into it. What do you think your favorite part of being a YouTuber is?
I mean, it's actually hard to pick because I think there's a lot of great things about it. I mean, I really enjoy the feeling of like being involved in a community that, you know, by sort of contributing to the knowledge base that I learned from, because I learned so much on YouTube and actually even Vimeo back in the day, and like a lot of tutorials really taught me what I know, and being sort of in that community so that I can reach out to other people and learn more, or I can hear that response when I've helped somebody learn a technique. Like all of those, that back and forth is really wonderful, because the jobs we do can be kind of isolating sometimes. Like it can, they call it social media, but a lot of the time you're alone in your bedroom staring at a lens.
Yep.
So it's great that afterwards effect where now you all know the same people, you know the same things, and when you start chatting about it, you do feel like you're in a community because you've got something in common.
Yeah, that's actually, so one of my favorite parts about doing this series, the Take a Hike, is meeting everybody. And there's that phrase of like, don't meet your heroes,
right? Because
then you'll actually find out what they're like, and that'll shatter. It hasn't been like that at all. It's been the like complete opposite, including with you.
I found that to be the case with all of the whole tech and camera community.
Yeah.
YouTube has a reputation for drama that is just not part of our world. Like there are no real beefs. Like everybody is cool and has taught me a lot of what I know. So
yeah, I think it's cool because it's so big. The audience is so big that you don't necessarily have to fight. Everybody can just help each other out.
Yeah.
Which I think is awesome.
Totally.
Yeah. And maybe have you experienced a negative side of YouTube? Like what's your least favorite?
I mean, there's something about there's this feeling when you're about a third or 2/3 of the way into a video that you just start to think like, I have nothing. This didn't work. This is not going to work. I have to abandon this and try something new. And every single video has that moment of just total doubt. Like, this is terrible. I can't release this. And then it comes back around eventually. And you're like, oh, okay. It all came. I saved it in the edit.
Yeah.
But it can be really hard to like break through that wall sometimes. Like it can. I say it now in a joking way, but it really feels like this like doom and despair when it's not working can be really overwhelming, and you got to just kind of trust the process and know that, you know, on the other side you're going to be able to like, okay, I'll pull through this and I'll make another video after.
So I wanted to ask you about your tattoos. I saw that you a couple of them.
Yeah.
Any meaning behind them? Or?
I mean, I've got memories of getting them, which kind of makes them special, but I generally think of them like hanging art in your house, like that the aesthetic is what draws me to it. I don't know, I like the way something looks, and I get a tattoo of it and try not to think too hard about it.
That makes sense. So what about the photo one, the one that says photo?
I had thought about getting, I don't know, something related to photography, and I was gonna get a camera, and then I was like, I don't want to get a camera I don't use, but then modern cameras don't look very good. So there's no camera I really liked the idea of getting a tattoo of, so I was like, how about I be as blunt as possible? But it's also probably the worst tattoo I have, so
You're not like stoked about it anymore?
Definitely not, but you know, it's there.
Before we get down to this beach, we have to thank the sponsor of this video, because without the sponsor of the video, none of this would be possible at all. So thank you so much to HawaiiTours.com. If you're planning on visiting Maui or any of the other Hawaiian islands, make sure to check out HawaiiTours.com. They've been offering high quality cultural and sightseeing tours throughout the Hawaiian Islands for over 20 years. Hawaii Tours creates an authentic and memorable experience for their guests by delivering custom small group tours with professional guides. They prioritize the health of the environment and local communities, so they partner with companies that provide sustainable tours, ocean-friendly restaurants, local fare, farm-to-table luau's, and eco-conscious hotels. When visiting Hawaii, it's always important that everyone should have a guide or a local connection to keep them safe, stay respectful, and get the maximum of each day on island. And that's exactly what Hawaii Tours provides. So make sure the next time you visit, you book with hawaiitours.com. So, just before we get to the beach,
Yep.
this is a fan favorite. People are just like emailing me, calling me, texting me, like, we want more.
Faxing you.
Yeah, of the quick hitter hiking heaters.
Oh.
So it's about 10 super fast questions. Don't think, just whatever first comes out, you say it.
All right, I'm ready.
Yeah. Okay.
I think. I don't know if I'm ready. I guess I'm not supposed to be. That's the idea, right?
Yeah. But are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
What is your favorite color?
White.
What camera do you shoot on?
Canon R5 and C70.
Who's your favorite YouTuber?
I was about to say Casey Neistat, so let's go with that.
What are you most proud of?
I don't.
What's your favorite holiday?
This one.
Favorite food?
I'm gonna say pizza. That's not true. It just came to mind.
Do you pee in the shower?
Yeah.
What's your favorite artist or band?
Nirvana.
How many hours of sleep do you usually get?
Too few, but I don't know, like 8.
And what's your biggest fear?
Going down this cliff.
Okay, you survived. Thank you so much.
Favorite holiday, this one?
Okay, you ready to head down the
Drop of doom.
steep, deep, dark trail?
No, but yes. Let's do it.
Okay, I'll go first.
These trees are amazing. It really is like a staircase.
I know. Yeah, it's pretty wild.
The payoff is
dear.
always worth it. Oh yeah.
Not too shabby.
Pretty amazing.
And all to
This is
ourselves.
so good. Does that become this?
And I like.
Well, also note cool.
We've come to the end of our episode, our journey.
This is a great place to end. I guess we're just staying here now.
Yeah, we can just hang out.
Not bad.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on this Take a Hike. It was
Yeah.
awesome having you.
Thanks, man.
Getting to show you all these spots. I've got just a couple more questions
All right, let's do it.
to finish it. What do you think has been like the best piece of advice that somebody's given you about the YouTube space?
I think if it's YouTube specifically, it's about that you know what you want to get out of it and you're doing it for the right reasons. Because I think, especially with, say, other platforms like TikTok that are a little like, there's low barrier to entry. It's really easy to start doing it. I think a lot of people, especially younger people, are doing it because of seeing the fame and the potential like sort of celebrity that comes with it, which is just not the interesting payoff. Like the best part is that communal thing. And like, I think there's so much to be gained from that, that if you are just creating to bring others closer to you and have interesting conversations and like expand your knowledge and other people's, you're gonna get so much out of it. Whereas if you come to it looking for it to be like a job first or some sort of path to celebrity, it's like, it's not, first of all, it probably isn't gonna end up there, but it's also gonna be more hollow than it could be, so.
Yeah, I think that's great.
Yeah, be in it for the right reasons.
What about on the flip side? What's the worst piece of advice that you've gotten about YouTube?
There's been a lot over the years and it's sort of shifted. I mean, for a while there was this idea that like you have to upload every day or at a certain regularity that I don't think is actually the biggest priority. I think it's so much more about storytelling and about, you know what, like don't really worry about the algorithm. Make videos for people. Make the video that you wish you could see, that you're searching for yourself, and other people will find. I mean, if it's valuable, people will watch it, and the algorithm will reward that. So, you know, focus on making videos for people, not for computers.
Nice. That's great. Anything I missed? Anything that you want to add or say at the end of everything?
I could talk forever, so yeah, sure, but I think we'll run out of time in this video, so I don't know, I hope we covered some good ones.
Yeah, no, like I said, it's been great having you. If for whatever reason you are not currently subscribed or following Tyler on Instagram or YouTube, make sure to do that. I'll link all his stuff below in the description. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and as always, we'll see you on the next video.